I was impressed with that move you pulled. Bang.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's me, it's G, it's Double MD, the undefeated, undisputed YouTube champion. That's right, it's the Maverick, Mark Daniels, here with the internet update as my camera keeps focusing and unfocusing. Great, love it. Sorry about the glare in the back. It's obviously daylight, sunny outside. Not much I can do about that. But anyways, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on what's going on with the internet. Obviously, I'm recording from my computer right now, so it's better. Internet went back up a couple days ago, kinda, and we'll talk about that. We're still having issues. The internet keeps disconnecting and reconnecting various times throughout the day. So what I'm going to do actually is I have my router log here for today. Today's Thursday, by the way. I'm hoping to get this video up today. If I don't, you'll probably see it Friday. So I was going to tell you guys how many times it's connected and disconnected today, and we'll do that here in a minute. First, I wanted to talk about what actually happened. To be honest, I still don't even know. I haven't got a direct answer. Obviously, as I mentioned in my video where I mentioned that my internet's been down for over a week, it's been about 2 weeks, just about, with the internet actually just being down, like flat out no internet. Like right now, it's better than nothing because at least I have some internet, but we had none. Absolutely zero. I basically just been using my phone internet. We have a data plan, and we went well over it. But obviously, I didn't want to go completely over it. Otherwise, it would cost a lot of money. Didn't want to spend the money for that. So, before we even get into what happened now, I will mention that ever since Altice bought out Suddenlink, we've had issues. Almost every year, it feels like, at least a couple times a year, we have an issue where we'll have some sort of internet outage for days, weeks, in one case, almost an entire month. I'm partially to blame for that, but we'll talk about that here in I guess we could talk about it now, I guess. So basically, the time that it almost went out for a month, it was out for like a week, so we called them like, hey, what's going on? There's obviously an outage or something. And they said, okay, well, we'll send a tech out there. We don't know what's wrong. We'll send a tech out there. And, the weekend passed by, that Monday or so. And this is either a year ago or a couple years ago. I don't know. The pandemic era, everything blends in for me since then, as you guys probably can relate to, I'm sure. But about a year ago, 2 years ago, whatever the time was, that following Monday, the internet popped back on. And they called us and said, hey, your internet's back on. Do you want to cancel the tech coming? I was like, well, if the internet's working, sure. And guess what? Internet lasted about a day, and then it went back out, and it didn't come back on. So we called them again. Okay, well, we'll get another tech out to you for 2 days. Like, look, guys, get one out faster. So about a week. And then finally the tech came out and fixed the problem. I stayed up all night because at this point my sleep schedule wasn't very good. And I was up late at night, and they were going to be there like 10 a.m. or 8 a.m. So I waited and waited, and like noon passes by, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I look, and the internet's up. Like, oh, what the hell? And so I called them, and I said, hey, the internet's back up. Did the tech guy ever come by? Yeah, he came by about 10 a.m. Didn't knock on the door, didn't tell us, didn't give us a phone call. I was kind of pissed off. I was like, I could have went to bed. I didn't have to stay up all night. But that's beside the point. So it was out for like 3.5 weeks, close to a month. Insane. It sucked. It was terrible. Terrible times. So that brings us to now. So about a month ago, as I mentioned, our internet was going in and out, in and out. It started very slowly at first. And again, this is common with Suddenlink, so I didn't really think much about it at the time. I was playing some Call of Duty Cold War with some friends. We're on Discord, and randomly in a match, I just got disconnected, dropped from the game, dropped from Discord for about a minute, and then everything reconnected. Everything was fine. So I was like, oh, okay, not a big deal, right? Happens once, twice. You don't really think, it's like, okay, maybe there's just a little interference or something. Not a big deal, right? Well, then it started happening more frequently, and like after like a week or two of this happening, it started getting worse. It started going from like just once or twice a day to every few hours it'll be out for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then like an hour. And it was okay. We need to call these people. I should also mention this also affects my entire household because sure they may not use the internet as much as I do, in terms of like on a computer or something, but we have Hulu Live TV. So we use internet to stream, television. So then they don't have TV, they don't have anything, they ain't got nothing. And then one of my family members also is doing like a workout plan, which uses like the internet to watch, the videos of these workouts. So they were in like mid workout and the internet went down. So it obviously really pissed them off. I don't blame them. I'd be pretty furious as well. So we call them, like, okay, what the hell's going on? Let's can we figure this out? And they're like, oh well, let's this is all they ever fucking do. This is all they ever fucking do. Oh well, let's reset your router. Okay, great. So they reset the router. They do it a couple times, and then internet's back up. Okay, cool. So internet's back up, and it's back up probably for the rest of the day, right? It's like, okay, wow, that they actually fixed it. Nice, that's great. Next day, start having problems again. Starts disconnecting, at like noon, right, for like 30 minutes, and then back on, and then midday it'll disconnect again at like 3 p.m. till 5 p.m. And it started getting worse and worse. So we're making more frequent calls, and again the same thing. They're just like, oh, we'll reset it, whatever. And finally, we get to the point where, okay, we call this guy, he resets the router, and then he's like, oh, well, I can't read your router or your modem. And at this point, I'm also keeping track of things on my router, right? So I'm like, look at the logs and stuff. I'm checking to make sure the connection's stable. If it's green light, we're good. If it's red light, we're not, right? Pretty simple, pretty standard. And it was green light before we called him. He resets it and it stays red, and it stays red the rest of the day. Internet's completely gone. We don't know what's going on at that point. So we call them again, and basically like, okay, well, we can't read your modem, so obviously your modem's not good. Okay, that's fine. I'll order a new modem. Not a big deal, right? And then they say, okay, we'll send a tech down there, tomorrow. We'll get a tech out there tomorrow, and we'll see what's going on. Okay, and the tech will be here anywhere between 8 a.m. and like 2 p.m. or something. Gets here at 8 a.m. and we order a router that night, and won't be there till Saturday. But it's 2 day shipping, not a big deal. So the tech comes in, and as the night went on too, by the way, I was messing with the router and stuff because again it was red light. It was saying like connection not good or something like that. And so I messed with it, and I finally got it back to green light. Connection's good. Everything's good. Still no internet, but connection's good. So the tech comes here, and he's doing readings. He's got his machines or whatever. He's checking everything out, and he's perplexed. He doesn't know what's going on. Everything looks good. We should be getting internet to our house. All the wires theirs are good. Our modem's good. He doesn't understand what's going on. So I've explained to him what happened. We called this guy. And then the internet just went down. Has stayed down. Doesn't come back. So he's messing with stuff. He's here for a couple hours. Doesn't figure anything out. And basically says, okay, look, I promise we're going to get you guys internet done today. I got to leave and go do something else. I'll come back here today. Because he asked us, like, oh, you guys going to be here all day? I was like, well, yeah, I'll sit around and I'll wait. All right, I'll come back here later today. If I can't fix this issue, I'll call you guys. We never fucking called, and he never fucking showed up. So you know what? The guy was nice enough, but fuck him for promising to come by, to call us, and fucking nothing. Maybe he forgot. I don't know. But still, it's fucking bullshit. So, we call the next day, Friday. Oh no, it was Friday. We called later that day and said, hey, this guy said he's going to show up. He never showed up. And this is late at night. Can we get an update? Anything, So the person on the line, doesn't know anything. And again, ever since LT's bottomed out, they've outsourced a lot of jobs, so these people have no idea what's going on. They don't know anything about the fucking internet. All they do is they reset the router. That's all they ever fucking do. So they finally, after calling a few different people, they finally get us to someone a little higher up, right? And they're looking, they say, oh, well, your guys' modem has a block on it. Okay, first time hearing that. Can you take the block off? Well, I try and I can't get it to work. Okay, so what the fuck do we do then? Well, I'll send a tech out there tomorrow. And we're like, okay, well, it's Saturday tomorrow. Do techs come out on Saturday? Yeah, but we have to make a special, like a special request or special ticket. Okay, cool. Are they going to be able to fix it? Oh, yeah, he'll be able to take the block off, and he'll bring another modem with him just in case and swap it out. Now, at this point, our modem's going to be here that day, too. So it's like, okay, well, maybe we can use our new modem. If it's just the modem, great. We'll swap modems out. Not a big deal. Next day rolls around, and this guy's, and the time frame, by the way, for this, so we can't do anything all day. which is always fucking annoying, is anywhere between 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. And they said that they would give us a 15-minute call ahead of time to let us know they're on, they're almost there. The day goes on, still no internet, not a crumb of internet, not a crumb of internet in sight. Day goes on, day goes on, day goes on. Our router arrives around 5 p.m. or so. I decide not to hook it up just yet because this guy might show up. I had my doubts, but this guy might show up, and I don't want to switch routers and everything on him. And then even if it does work or doesn't work, and then have him look at it, I was like, all right, we'll just leave it the same. We've been out without internet for, at this point, a week and a half. What's another 2 hours, right? What's another 2 hours? So I wait. It gets to about 7 p.m. This guy's not fucking coming. There's no way he's showing up. So I hook up the router, or the modem. It's a modem router. It's both. I hook it up. It's a Nighthawk Netgear. And I hook it up. Nothing. Connection's good. Everything's good. But no internet, right? Same ordeal with our other modem. So I'm like, okay, maybe I got to call to activate it. I will go to the website on my phone using my mobile data. And I try to do the activation through there. Doesn't work, so I have to call them. So we call them, and we're telling them what's going on. So we're trying to activate this modem. They say, well, can I look at your old modem? It's like, I'm not going to hook up the old modem. If it's just the modem having a block on it, can we just fucking activate this one? So they try. And we're on the phone. We put it on speaker because we're on there for a while. A few minutes pass by. We're like, okay, are you having any issues? No, it's fine. It's fine. This takes about 10 minutes. Okay, so we wait. 10 minutes rolls around. 20 minutes rolls around. Any luck? It's going fine. It's going good. And then after being on the phone for about an hour, she finally admits that she can't get it to work. So she wants us to switch modems again. So we do. Fuck it, we'll do it. We switch to the old modem. We get it up and running. It takes, several minutes to do that. We get it going. Still nothing. And at this point, we were like, okay, well, the tech told us, and not only the tech, another person told us that whatever happened on their end. Someone that we called had done something, whether they put too much, some sort of, I don't know, they're trying to mess with the router, trying to get to work, and put too many commands in and cause confusion with the router, and it's not working, or something, right? We were told that there was something like that happening, or a block. We were told that there was a block on it. After talking to, a couple more people, they tell us, well, that's not what happened at all. That can't happen. We're not able to do that. And I don't know if they're trying to cover their own ass or what, but someone somewhere is telling me the wrong thing. Go figure, right? She says, well, we have engineers working on it. It should be on in the next 48 hours. 48 more hours, okay. I've heard this one before. We've had one tech show up. Everything was fine, but he couldn't get anything to fucking work. We had a tech who was supposed to show up the next day. Never fucking showed up, never called us, nothing. Not a damn thing. Well, she was right though. The internet was back on. Hey, very good. So the internet's back on. Everything's back to normal. No one told us it was back on until 2 hours later. One of the engineers called. Oh, is your internet back on? Great. So we're like, yeah, everything's great. Thank you. Internet's back on. And I promise you guys, I swear to you guys, not even an hour later after I got off the phone with that engineer, the internet went back down. It never ends. It never ends. So that's where we're at now. I'm not calling them anymore. Fuck them. We're getting new service later this month. I think the 24th is our date. I cannot wait. I just hope it works. There's not an issue somewhere. I don't know. So, all that out of the way, I'm going to tell you guys, just to give you guys an idea of what we're dealing with here. I have my router open here. My log's open. So, 2 o'clock this morning, and I know this for a fucking fact because I was trying to upload videos, internet went down, and it was down until 5:04. The comical thing about this, I was halfway through uploading a Fire Emblem video because I'm trying to get videos on there and schedule them out, and we'll talk more about that here in a second. It's halfway upload. Well, it's like at 45%, but damn near 50%, right? Internet goes down. So I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm fucking waiting. I wanted to go to bed early. And I say early, it's just 2 a.m., but that's early for me, right? Like my bed schedule that I try to have is 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. Sometimes I wake up a little bit earlier, sometimes I wake up a little bit later, but I try to go to bed at 2 a.m. So I'm sitting there struggling. I'm exhausted. I was like, come on, dude. I don't want to end the upload here. We're so close. We're so close. So I wait. 3 o'clock rolls around. At this point, I'm still editing videos. Like, fuck it, I'll keep editing videos. And it gets to the point where I'm like, okay. And this is like 4 p.m. I'm like, all right, 4 p.m., 4 a.m. And I'm like, okay, once this video is done exporting, I'm going to bed. If the internet is not back up by the time this one is done, I'm going to bed. And it never got back on. It was about 4:45. I said, fuck it, I'm going to bed. I turned my computer off. Not even 20 minutes later, I look at the log here, it got back on. Fuck you, Suddenlink. So, anyways, going scrolling up. Now, it disconnected again at 6:57 a.m., so not even up for 2 hours. But it does go back up at 6:57, so it's down for about 40 seconds. So then it's on until 11:02. Disconnects at 11:02. Reconnects at 11:17. Disconnects again at 12:02. Scrolling up. Connected again at 12:05. Disconnects at 12:06. Connects again at 12:07. Noon was rough, it looks like. Disconnected at 12:49, so not even up a little over 40 minutes. Let's see. Disconnected at 12:53, so after 40 minutes of waiting, it looks like it was up 4 minutes later. Disconnected at 12:53, so not even a full minute. It didn't even last a minute. Sounds like my sex life. Just kidding. What sex life? 1:17. It goes back up. Goes back down at 1:30. Goes back up at, let's see. Goes back up at 1:17. Disconnects at 1:23. Yeah, back up at, oh, sorry, I skipped ahead. Back up at 1:25. Disconnects at 1:30. There's a bunch, as if you've ever seen like a rattle log, there's a bunch of stuff there, so I'm trying to find just the connects and disconnects. So I'm going to scroll through all the other stuff, like people reconnecting to the internet and a time sync and all that stuff. There's a lot of stuff on this log. Okay, so 1:30 disconnects, doesn't get back on until 1:32, disconnects at 2:47, reconnects at 2:50, disconnects at 2:50, reconnects at 2:52, and then disconnects at 3:23, reconnects at 3:24, disconnects at 4:46, and then reconnects at 4:47. And before I started recording this video, it was down again. It's 5:30 p.m. right now. So it's back up now, currently, but who knows for how long. So yeah, that's how the internet has been working today. Okay? So, as you can tell, it sucks because it's like, do I risk it? Do I play a TFT game? Do I play Call of Duty? Do I do something and then just get disconnected mid-game and get frustrated? I don't know. At this point, do we even have, can you really call that having internet? It's hell. It's being teased over and over again. It sucks, dude, and I'm trying to get I have videos recorded. I promise you guys I do. I'm trying to get them uploaded, but I keep having like issues. So this is what I was planning, because I'm hoping I can get this video up today. If not, you get it Friday. You know that I tried. With this being such an easy video it's gonna be a small video because it's just me recording on a webcam. There's no gameplay or anything. It's not gonna be a large file. Should be easy to upload. Now, my original plan was to get Mario Galaxy Episode 1 up tomorrow on Friday. I don't know if that's going to happen. I think what I want to do is maybe give myself an extra couple days to upload some of these videos, so then maybe I can get like a week or two in advance on most of these series, if not all these series, going. That way, until the new internet comes back, comes on at July 24th, we'll be good to go. So that's kind of my plan on this. So we're going to start with Saturday. We'll get an episode of Fire Emblem scheduled out. Sunday, first episode of Mario Galaxy. So look forward to that. It's so stressful, man. I fucking cannot stand Suddenlink. They fucking suck. In fact, if you Google Suddenlink internet, let me scroll down. Look at this. I'm trying to find a rating. Last time I looked, it was at a 1 star. Like the first rating you saw was 1 star, which, by the way, is too much. Look at this bullshit. USnews.com Suddenlink review 3.5 stars. 3.3 by Don Papandrea. Don, you can go fuck yourself because it's bullshit. Here we go. Bestcompany.com, 1.5 stars. Do customers dislike Suddenlink? Yes, they fucking do. Oh, here we go. Site Jabber. No, how credible this site is. It's credible with me right now because they gave them a 1.2. Honestly, that's pretty generous. Suddenlink sucks. And I can tell you that pretty much everybody, at least on my side of town, there's like two sides of towns, you know. On our side of town, it seems like everybody I know hates Suddenlink. They're constantly having issues. Our neighbor was having the same exact issues we were. That's why I was pretty much convinced it wasn't our modem. I was pretty convinced it was on their end, but we toyed with the fact. Okay, maybe it is. You know, we've had this modem for about 5 years. Maybe it's starting to go out. I don't know. No, it's fine. It was on them. We did take the other modem back, by the way, because it was an expensive. Like, it was like $120 modem. So we definitely took that back if ours is fine. But man, it sucks. It really does suck. So guys, if you guys have a day where if I miss an upload on something, I promise you guys, I plan on finishing these series. I'm recording them. I have a whole catalog of videos completed. I have them edited. I just got to upload them. And that's where we're having the issue. So if there comes a day where like I don't do a back on track, or I don't do a Fire Emblem video, I don't do a Mario Galaxy video, just know it's because of my internet, and I'm trying my best. So I apologize for that. I thank you guys for your patience, and hopefully, and I'm hoping that this new internet, this new ISP works well. I'll tell you this much. So before we go, Suddenlink, which by the way they can go fuck themselves if I haven't said that already. Fuck them. I fucking hate them. Suddenlink, when it did work, was okay. It was fine. The speed was okay. It was 100 megabytes a second, which by today's standards isn't high, but it was fine. I mean, it was enough to do anything on the internet I needed to do. With this new internet we're getting, and by the way, the only reason why we even stayed with Suddenlink, I talk about all these problems. It's like you're just now leaving. You know, it's like I'm in an abused relationship. You're just now leaving. You finally open up your eyes. Listen, we almost left them a couple different times. The only reason why we didn't is because they offered us, because at the time we were paying like $80 a month, and then they upped it to $90 without telling anybody, by the way. So we almost left then. We said, you know, fuck you guys. We're not just going to have you guys randomly spring up new prices and not tell us and then charge us for it. No, fuck you. That's not going to work for us. They offered us the same speed we were getting for $50 a month, lifetime guarantee. Only reason why we stayed with them, because the deal was too good to pass up for our area, because we don't have many choices. This new ISP we're getting, it's called QuickCom, wasn't around until about like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. It's relatively new, and Suddenlink pretty much had the monopoly in our area, because I live in a small town. There's like CenturyLink, but like for the price and the speed, it's not worth it. And there's like a couple different like satellite internets that are really bad around here. There's not a lot of choices. So we stuck with Suddenlink. We got a good deal out of them. You know, the worst thing we had to deal with was, you know, a couple times a year we have a little bit of an outage issue, but it's been getting more frequent and it's been getting worse. So you know what? It's time to cut them off, and it's time to move on. So with the new internet, QuickCom, the package that we're gonna get is gonna be over twice the amount of speed as Suddenlink, and the part I'm most excited for is the 100 megabyte per second upload speed they promise. Hopefully we actually get that, because sometimes you pay for internet speeds, right? And it's like, well, I'm supposed to get 100 megabytes and I'm getting 60 megabytes a second normally, which is kind of what was happening here. Which is very exciting for me, because most of the time with Suddenlink, I wasn't getting anywhere near 10 megabytes a second upload speed. Yeah, so the 100 megabyte speed is going to be upload is going to be a game changer. And then, of course, our actual download speed is going to be 250 megabytes a second. So that's exciting. And just hopefully this internet works out. Everyone I've talked to that has QuickCom says it's pretty good service. So we'll see. I'm not going to hold my breath. I'm very weary. You know what's funny is, ever since I was about anywhere between 10 and 12 years old, I was heavily deep into the internet. I was always on the internet, always on a computer. I used to like at a very young age. I was making like websites on pro boards. I was in, of course, MSN Messenger stuff. My most exciting moments was probably playing this game called Pokemon Net Battle. It was like a Pokemon battle simulator, kind of what Pokemon Showdown is now, but it's a little different. It's very similar though. In fact, Smogon, the people that they don't do they do Pokemon Showdown. They were around back then. They actually had RPG that I used to play in back then in Pokemon Net Battle. Showing my age a little bit, maybe. I'm gonna be 31 this year. I'm very old. But I used to help like code some of those RPGs. I was part of another RPG. It was a gold, silver, and crystal RPG, and it was specifically just gold, silver, and crystal. So it was because at this point third gen was out. So like Smogon had third generation and down for their RPG. Ours was just up until gold, silver, and crystal. But it was a lot of fun. I helped code some of that stuff. It was a lot of fun. But anyways, I got on a tangent there a little bit, just reminiscing about the good old days. Ever since then, back when dial-up was, which is what we had, dial-up, and until we had DSL, which was a game changer. I've had various other different internet companies because I moved around a lot as a kid, and then we had a flood that destroyed our house. This house actually we rebuilt it ourselves, which is pretty cool. We had to move it to a different city, and we had, I think, AT&T internet there, and it worked really well. This is the first internet company I had so many issues with. From back to these primitive times with dial-up to now, never had issues like this. It's insane to me that Suddenlink is this fucking bad. I fucking can't stand them. If Suddenlink was on fire, I would have pissed on them to put them out. I wouldn't. Fuck them. No, but seriously though, I can't wait to get this new ISP. I'm very excited for it. Again, guys, I do apologize for not having my consistent uploads. It really sucks because I've been, you get on such like a consistent schedule, and you're like, you're proud about that, and it's something that you strive for. Because it's hard to get into that mindset of uploading, and having the videos ready every day. And I do 2 videos a day, except for on Fridays and Saturdays we get 3 videos a day. And having to miss one really sucks. It hurts a little bit, It's like, I had to miss the Back on Track last week, and then it's like, okay. Then I had to miss Fire Emblem a couple times this week, and then Spyro 3 ended, and then we're going to start Mario Galaxy, which is what Mario Galaxy is obviously taking place of in that slot. That it's pretty much like my platformer slot, basically. And wasn't able to upload the first video. So that really sucks. But anyways, I'm going to try to get these videos uploaded. Hopefully, if you see Saturday Fire Emblem, and then Sunday Mario Galaxy, things went alright. I'm going to try to get like 2 weeks worth up. I got to do a lot of recording the next couple days. I'm going to try to get... I used to, I was really trying really hard to be like 2 weeks ahead, and then I got really busy with some things. Had some family emergencies earlier this year, as I talked about through different videos. So time kind of ran away from me a little bit, but I was still ahead enough, obviously, with Mystery Dungeon, Digimon. Didn't miss a single upload of those. In fact, I still have some from my original batch that I uploaded that are still going out. But yeah, I got to do a lot of recording. I'm going to be very busy this week. Back on track, assuming I can get it uploaded. We'll be back this week, and we'll talk about some changes I'm doing to it. I'm not going to give anything away, and it's nothing bad. It's good stuff. But we'll talk about that all on Saturday, if everything works out. If not, it might be a little bit later, but I'm going to try to get it up there. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, I am the Maverick Daniels, bidding you farewell. Peace, fuck Silent Link, and one love. Bye!